The courtroom was tense, every eye glued to the judge's gavel. The verdict was about to be pronounced, and whispers of relief filled the room for the powerful man accused of a brutal crime. No witness had come forward, no evidence could hold him, and the town had given up hope. Then, without warning, the heavy doors creaked open. A tiny figure stepped inside, a 4-year-old girl clutching a worn teddy bear, with a sleek German shepherd by her side. Everyone froze, including the judge. Nobody knew what she had seen, but everyone would soon find out. The courtroom was heavy with anticipation. Fans spun lazily above, failing to dispel the oppressive heat, while a storm rumbled somewhere outside, its distant thunder shaking the tall windows. All eyes were on the judge, his gavel poised to deliver what many feared would be a miscarriage of justice. Gregory Harlow, a man whose wealth and influence had shielded him for years, lounged confidently in his chair, a smug smile playing on his lips. The room was silent, save for the nervous shuffling of spectators, reporters scribbling notes furiously, and the faint hum of tension that seemed to hang over everyone like a dark cloud. For weeks, the trial had dragged on, each day exposing the depth of Harlow's power. Witnesses vanished, evidence was conveniently lost, and the prosecution's attempts to hold him accountable appeared doomed. Mrs. Eleanor Martin, the kind-hearted widow whose murder had sparked the trial, had been loved by all who knew her. She had spent her life quietly helping neighbors, baking cookies for children, and keeping her garden alive with bright blooms. Now, her absence weighed heavily on the town, a constant reminder that justice was slipping through their fingers. The judge cleared his throat and adjusted his robe. "The court is ready to render its verdict," he announced, his voice steady, yet tinged with reluctance. A murmur spread through the spectators, a mixture of fear, anticipation, and hopeless resignation. Harlow's lawyers exchanged satisfied glances, convinced that their client would soon walk free, untouchable once again. The victim's family sat tense in the front row, the weight of despair visible in every line of their faces. Their hands gripped tissues, knuckles white, as if holding on to the last fragments of hope. Then, a sound broke the monotony, the slow creak of the courtroom doors opening. Heads turned instinctively, curious and confused. And there she was, a small child, no older than 4, stepped in cautiously, her tiny boots squeaking softly against the marble floor. One arm held a threadbare teddy bear, its fur worn and one eye missing. Beside her, a large German shepherd moved with poise and precision, tail low, ears alert, nails clicking against the floor. It was clear this dog was no ordinary pet. It was attentive, protective, and aware of the tension in the room. "Stop her," whispered a bailiff, uncertain, but the girl's gaze held them frozen in place. Something about her unshakable stare made it impossible to move. Step by step, she advanced toward the front of the courtroom, the dog obediently at her side. The gallery watched in stunned silence. Gregory Harlow's smirk faltered. "What is this?" he muttered, amusement tinged with irritation. "A child? What nonsense!" "Silence!" barked the judge, slamming his gavel. "The court will hear her." The girl's small voice trembled but grew stronger with each word. "I saw him," she said, pointing directly at Harlow. "He did it. He hurt Mrs. Martin." Gasps rippled through the room. Reporters dropped pens. Spectators exchanged stunned looks. Harlow leaned back, attempting a calm demeanor, but a flicker of doubt crossed his face. His lawyers sprang up, arguing that a child could not be trusted, that her words were fanciful, a mistake of imagination. But the judge shook his head. "We will hear the testimony now." The child recounted the events with haunting clarity. Night after night, she had watched from her bedroom window, a witness to the crime no one else had seen. She described Harlow sneaking into Mrs. Martin's house, the shiny glint of a knife in his hand, the scream that had pierced the still night. Her gestures mimed the downward stab, her small fists trembling as though holding the weapon itself. The courtroom felt as if it had experienced the act firsthand, the air thick with a mixture of fear and disbelief. Then came the German shepherd's turn. The dog had been trained, but the courtroom had never seen such precise obedience. At a single nod from the child, it sprang into action, sniffing around Harlow, alert, keenly aware of every movement. Seconds later, it returned, muzzle holding a long knife, streaked with dried blood. The courtroom erupted. Spectators screamed, reporters shouted, lawyers froze. Harlow's face drained of color, his composure crumbling. The evidence, undeniable, had appeared before everyone in the most dramatic fashion imaginable. Forensics were called. Fingerprints confirmed what the child and her dog had revealed. Gregory Harlow's mask of arrogance shattered under the weight of irrefutable proof. the judge's gavel struck down one final time. "Gregory Harlow," he announced, voice resolute, "you are found guilty of the murder of Eleanor Martin. Sentencing will be immediate." Applause, sobs, and cheers swept the courtroom. The victim's family wept openly, the release of years of despair flooding through them like a tidal wave. The child dropped to her knees, wrapping herself around the loyal dog's neck, tears streaming from her face, stares of triumph, not fear. Outside, the storm had cleared, the rain washed the streets clean, revealing a glimmer of moonlight that seemed to honor the courage of a small child and her steadfast companion. The world, even briefly, had righted itself. The once powerful man, untouchable in the eyes of many, had finally faced justice. And in that moment, the town understood that courage could come from the most unlikely of heroes, and that even the smallest voices could echo louder than the roars of power and wealth. If this story gave you chills, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button to honor the bravery of the little girl and her heroic dog, and share this video with friends and family who love true stories of courage and justice. Comment below with your thoughts. What would you do if you witnessed such a dramatic twist in real life? Subscribe for more gripping tales of unexpected heroes, shocking courtroom revelations, and moments where justice triumphs against all odds. Every like, comment, and share helps us bring more unbelievable true stories to you.